Hello, Namaste. Welcome to online class organized by South Point English Boarding School. Me, Khushi Lal Sir, going to enter in the chapters of 5, grade 9 of social studies. Our identities. Our identities. We come to know that as we have been born in our own country, and whatever the frame is given by our motherland seems to be one of the identities. It reveals that we are the peoples of the highest peaks, Yamti Everest. It also reveals that we are in the place where Lord Gautam Buddha had been born. It reveals that by these the identities, it represents the pleased and satisfactions in each of Nepalese peoples. Now I am going to tell what are those the identities which makes pleased and satisfied to our nation. Number one seems to be geographical identity. Geographical identity. We come to know that Nepal has been divided into 5 development regions and 75 districts on 1st Baisakh 2018. Later, Nepal has been divided into 77 districts on Bhadra 2074. It reveals that as 75 districts and 14 zones and 7 provinces, it reveals that Nepal has been divided into 3 geographical regions. Those seems to be Himalayan, hilly and Terai. Himalayan, hilly or hill and Terai. And according to this geographical Himalayan, hilly and Terai, Himalayan is to divided in 3 parts, hilly is to divided in 3 parts, Terai is to divided in 3 parts. Himalayan is divided into 3 parts based upon the geographical. Later those seems to be high mountain, mid mountain and low mountain. Whereas hill regions too is divided in 3 parts. We come to know that mid hill, southern hill and the northern hill. And Terai regions is to divided into 3, eastern, central and western regions. It reveals that by this the geographical the climates too is differs. Like we come to know that 5 types of climate is found in our country. Those seems to be tundra types of climate, alpine types of climate, letters, tropical types of climate, monsoon types of climates and so on. By these ones, the soil seems to be differs. Though the soils, actually 5 types of soil is found in our country. Those seems to be lateral soil, alluvial soil, later sandy soil, rocky soil and glacier soil. By this the geographical or physical identities of our country, the climate, soil and the way of lifestyles of human beings too will be differs. Okay, let's interest words. The ethnic identity. According to ethnic identity, it comes to know that according to the census of 2068, Nepal has been divided into 125 languages and 123 ethnic groups. But according to the recent data which has been published in Bhadra 2076, represent that 129 ethnic groups are found in our country. Those seems to be some the six the ethnic groups which are found letters in Jhapa, Kanchanpur, Gorkha seems to be Rana Tharu, Narfu, Chum, Nu, Bri, letters Paike and Serake. These are the six letters the founded ethnic groups in our country out of 123. Now let's see, according to the census of 2068, Kshetri seems to be 16%. C represents Kshetri, B represents Brahmin, weight seems to be 12%. After that, Magar, young, seems to be 7%, 7.1. It also represents that T means Tharu, 6.6. Again T, Tamang, represents 6, 5.8. So these are the essential ethnic groups which are found in our country. By this ethnic identity, we come to know that Nepal's the essential language, 123 languages are based upon the four groups. Those seems to be Bharatpeli, Godparmeli, Agneya and letters Dravya. So these are the four, the essential language entirely the world's lingual ethnics spoken language are best. If we interest upon that, let's see interest to the Bharatpeli language. Actually 34 languages are spoken or comes under the Bharatpeli language. Later Godparmeli, letters it comes means nearly 63 language comes under Godparmeli. Later Agneya 4 language comes under Agneya and Dravya under the Dravya 2 language comes. It represents that according to the percentage, letters 82% comes under the Bharatpeli, letters 17% comes under Godparmeli, letters 0.13 comes under the Agneya and 0.19% comes under the Dravya. Okay. So, Seman, our country is based upon the religious identity too. It revealed that more than 10%, more than 10 types of religions are based in our country. Those seems to be Hindu 81, Buddhism 9, Islam 4, letters Kirat 3, Christians 1. The simple way we can keep in our mind about the religious identity based upon 81, 9, 4, 3, 1. By these ones we can come to know. Letters we can. 2 represents Prakriti, Bone, Jainism, Baha'i, Sikhism and so on. They comes under the low categories. They comes under the or few percent of religions comes under the Sikhism, Bone, Baha'i and so on. Okay. Now let's move ahead. Earlier we have been already completed religious identity, ethnic identity, geographical identity. Now I am going to go reveal about the language identity. It reveals that various of the language simply represents 125 languages are spoken in our country. Out of those letters we can say Nepali is the highest language where majority of the peoples are spoken. Seems to be 44.6 means 44.6% of peoples are spoken in Nepali language. Later the second highest seems to be Maithili, which seems to be 11.7%. The third one seems to be Bhojpuri. The percentage, spoken percentage seems to be 6. Letters T, Tharu 5.8. Letters Taman, we can tell it 5%. So these are the highest spoken language in the pretext of our country. Now the last one seems to be cultural identity. I mean to tell that our country is based upon the various of the religions, so on they are adopting, prevailing different type of rite, rituals, ceremonies, feast, festivals and so on. It represents that the Nepal peoples living in Kathmandu have their own cultural identity. The Satar peoples living in Tarai of eastern parts have the districts, cultures, rite and rituals. It also represents that the peoples who are living in Himalayan regions like Rai, Limbu, Sherpa, they have their own ethnic cultural identity. It reveals that as the districts' cultural identities, they all are bounded with the Nepalese identity. Now my dear students, if we interest towards in gender identity, of course, the present constitutions has mentions about the gender identity. Gender identity means those identity which is based upon the physical status of the human beings representing the male, female and third gender, which the third genders too has received various of the rights by the present constitutions 2072. Now I am going to stop my chapters, our identities here. Thank you.